Welcome to the Office Guys tutorials. I hope you liked the previous tutorial. In this video, we are going to see how you can create 3D cube to show your microstructure in XY, ZX and YZ plane. So here on the screen, you can see I'm using Blender to create these kind of images. In fact, I have created another one. You can see, let me just show it for you. So you can see how I have created the top, front and side images. So let's not waste any more time and start the tutorial. So if you want this kind of things to be created in Blender, where you have more flexibility to adjustment textures and everything, what the first thing you have to do is you have to arrange all your texture like this, and then you have to do right click and then save as picture. And I already have this picture over here, so tutorial, I'm not going to save that. So make sure you have a single, all your 3 images or 6 images. Remember, it can be 6 also for the 6 faces, right? Front, back, left, right, top, bottom. So you can see in my pictures folder, I have this photo. So it's one photo. Okay, so let me press Ctrl N on the keyboard. In case you don't know how to download Blender, how to install Blender, I have made another video, or you can follow some of the pioneers in this like Blender Guru and Ducky 3D. You can follow them. I think they can teach you better. So I'm hoping that you have the Blender ready and with the default cube, and that's enough for us right now. So if you toggle here, you can see toggle the camera view, and by default you'll have a camera. So it shows this is the view. Fine. First thing first, we'll come to the camera, and right now the camera type is perspective. I want, for this kind of feeling, we need to have an orthographic camera. This looks good. The next thing is I will come down, I'll make it 1080 by 1080. So XY resolution is 1080 1080, or it's up to you. You want to make 2000, that's also fine. But what I usually do is I make it 200%. Okay, so it's twice the size. Come back to the camera option and adjust the orthographic scale until you don't clip this. All right, so you can use your scroll in and scroll out of the mouse to adjust the output front and back. Okay, so we are good to go. Now next, come to the shading option, and this is where the all magic is going to happen. So select the cube, default cube, and then come here in the shading tab, press Shift A and start typing image texture. Keep it like this. Make sure the image texture is selected. Press Ctrl T to get the texture coordinate and the mapping nodes. Now in case the Ctrl T doesn't work for you, you have to come to edit option, preference, and just under the add-ons tab, you have to type in node wrangler and make sure it is enabled. So once it is enabled, you can just select this and press Ctrl T, and you are going to get the 2 nodes. And that's enough for now. Make sure you increase the roughness to 1. And coming to the image texture, I'll click open, and wherever you have saved your picture, for example, I have the picture over here, tutorial, I'm going to open it, and the color section, I'm going to click and drag to the base color. So we get something, but that's not what we need. So we have to come to the UV editing. UV editing is something, you can manipulate the faces to adjust your texture. So anyway, we are going to do that and you will get to know. So this was the camera that we have previously set, and make sure you are in the 3rd view. So this is for selecting vertex. So we have each vertex. This is to select lines. So we have lines over here. And then this is to select face. So make sure you are in the face selection mode. In fact, you can play around with these 3 keys by 1, 2, 3 over the alphabet that you have keys. So you can use them. So 1 will do this, 2nd, 3rd. Okay. So just scroll out, and as soon as you click here, you can see we got the face here. Make sure you select everything and press G on the keyboard, G for grapes. And make sure you bring it somewhere over here. S for scale until it looks fine. Okay, and then again press G to move it like this. If you're unable to see the texture over here, what we have to do is press Z on the keyboard, Z for zebra, and then click material preview. So you can see the top is now adjusted. Make sure you select again, but I want the top to be written towards this side face, okay, towards the X, Y, or towards the X side, I would say. So make sure you select everything again, R, and rotate it by, let's say, 180 degree. Okay, 180 degree looks more, so I'll R minus 90, R 90, R 90. So this looks good. So R 90 means rotate 90 degree, rotate 90 degree. You just keep doing it until you get the right orientation. Similar way, select this face. I know this is this side for me, or it's up to you how you fix it. And then you can see there is another face appearing over here. Just select it. Press G on the keyboard to drag it like this and then scale it. All right. Once again, the side text is going vertically up, so we need to rotate this. Make sure everything is selected over here. Press R on the keyboard and let's this time hit 270. Okay, so we have rotated it by 390 turns, so to 270 degree. Similar way, select this face now, and you can see this face is over here. Press G and move it somewhere over here, and then scale it. Fine. And then again, I think we need to rotate it by 90 degree. Okay, maybe another 180 degree. Yeah. So now I'll come back to the layout tab, and you have option. This is wireframe, this is viewport shading, this is material shading, and this is the render view. So if we are going to render this right now, this is how it's going to look. So, but we need to adjust a few things. One thing is light. It is not appealing as of now. So let's come to the add tab over here, light, and let's take a area light. Okay, so the light is there, but it is inside the box. So we'll press G and Z. It moves the light in the Z direction like this. And let's increase the power to somewhere around 300 watt. It looks too much, so we'll make it around 100. Fine. Similar way, add another light, area light. Now this light is here. Okay, you can see the light is here, which is facing downward. I want to light this face, so I will rotate this light in X direction, around the X direction. So let's do one thing, G, Y, in Y direction, I'll move it, and then rotate in X direction, so R, X, 90. So this lights up the entire scene. Similar way, I'll add another light, so area light, and G in X direction. Please refer the the gizmo over here to see how I'm rotating. Then R, Y, 90 to lighten the scene over here. Make sure I'll give the same 200 watt. I think 150 will be enough, and same here as well. So somewhere around 100 or 150, whichever feels better, you can choose. And I'll increase it a little bit like this. Next thing, I'm going to come to the first option, render option. Under the film tab, I'm making it transparent so that these all things becomes transparent. Color management, I'll make look as high contrast. Okay, so we are almost good to go. Now it's time to hit render image, and here you got the image. Let me just save this picture, save as. In the document, I'm saving with the tutorial render, save as. Now wherever you're writing thesis or you're using your slides to make any technical demonstration, you can see in my documents I got this file. So let me just go back, documents, and here I get the file. Okay, and also you can view it any way you want. Okay, like this, and let's say you don't like this look personally, so press N on the keyboard, come to view and camera to view, and make sure that you're looking through the camera. And now you can adjust whatever. Let's say you don't want to show much of the top, or you want to indicate more top, or you have front and top, anything which you have, you can fix it and then uncheck it and again hit render. So that's all. I hope you learned something with this tutorial, and I'll be making something more tutorials in future for you people, for the research community out there. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon for more notifications. Thank you.